Good morning, Year 7. Welcome to Assembly today. Let's start with our Music of the Week. Music of the Week is Big Bill Broonzy, and the song is That's the Glory of Love. I'll play a little bit while you can read. That's enough for Big Bill Broonzy. There's a link on the Assembly page if you want to hear more Big Bill Broonzy. The art this morning is The Great Wave by Hokusai, a very, very famous painting. I think tremendous. Well, not painting, it's a woodblock print, and there's a few of those versions about, but it is a great. Right, today's assembly comes from me driving home yesterday. What should I do for my assembly this week? And I was listening to the radio in the car, and it was the news story about the protests about Black Lives Matter, and I thought that's a good thing to do assembly about. So I was thinking about, it's not just the life that matters, it's the contents of the life that matters. So I wrote down a list of some of the things that I think matter. If I was in the assembly, I would be going, what do you think matters? Why does that matter to you? So just take a moment to read through some of those things that are on the screen. Think about which one of those matter most to you. Think about why they matter to you. Reading your evaluations last week, the thing that you value one of the most in your time at the school is the friends that you have made, and that's quite right too. But there are other things in there that you valued in your evaluation, like your education was important to you. What people didn't really talk about were things like health, which sometimes when you're young, doesn't seem so important, but as you get older, you realise your health really is important. There's a lot of things that are there that are important. Your family, your friends, your relationships. Some people would say money is important. Some people would say love is important. Some people would say your achievements and your experiences are important. Making a contribution in the world is important. Your opportunities are important. And those are all the things that are the contents of your life. But it's also your skills, your knowledge, your attitude, how you get on with people. All of those things are important. And it's not just the health, the alive or dead. It goes more than that. It's the content of that life that's important. So if those things are things that matter in our life, what do we do if those are the things that matter? Well, if something matters, it means that we value it, we look after it, we take responsibility for it. What we don't do is waste it, throw it away, and if it's important, we don't give up on it. So we care about things if they matter to us. That's what it means. So what do we do? Well, a lot of those things, that previous slide, some of it is sort of dictated by the big things in the world, the external factors, what society thinks, what government says, what the legal system is, what the health system is, what the education system is, what the police decide to do. And a lot of the protests are about trying to change some of those things, but those big changes happen slowly. And as a 12-year-old, changing those things is not easy. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't try, but I'm saying it's not easy. What is easier for you to change is you. If you think about what you believe, you can control what you do. You can control what you say. You can control how you act. There's a famous quote from a man, George Bernard Shaw, that the most important aspect of change is that it starts within. Society is made up of all of us, all of these people, and it's all of those people changing that changes society. And if you start by changing yourself, then that's one way of going about changing the bigger thing. You work on your internals to change your externals. Okay, so let's think about what we do. That's just a list of the things from before, but what I'm telling you is if things do matter, the things that matter to you reflect the choices you make. I'll just pick one out, health. Your health matters, it's an important aspect, but it's your choices. Is it the hospitals that determine your health and the health system and the government, or is it your choices? Is it what you choose to eat? Is it whether you choose to do exercise? Is it whether you choose later in life to smoke and drink and sit about? Or is it the choices you make to take exercise and to eat healthily? Those are the choices that help determine your health. It doesn't determine it altogether, but it has a big impact. The environment. Do we go on a march, or trying to change the big picture about what the government does? Or do we take responsibility ourselves and be the change we want to see? Do we take responsibility for reducing, reusing, recycling, thinking about how we travel? Those are important aspects, and it's those choices that matter. And it's those things that are the small things that you can change on a day-to-day basis. You can take responsibility for your education. You can take responsibility for making a contribution. You can treat your family with love and respect. These are all things that you can do. You can make healthy relationships. You can choose where you go. You can put yourself into good positions, you can put yourself into bad positions. If you make the right choices, then the things that are important to you will go the right way. If you make poor choices, then it won't go quite so well. I think one of the most important things in all of these things is your attitudes. And I'm just going to finish off with something I saw on Twitter yesterday about attitudes and making things work. I think this sort of reflects what we think at the school. You start by trying, it doesn't quite work, you try again, and you keep trying. But don't just keep doing the same thing, try it a little bit differently, try it a different way, come back and try again, ask for some help. See if you can find somebody who's done it. See if you can think analytically, think what is not working, what needs to change, think about what is working well. And in the end, if you value something and it matters, you keep trying, you don't give up on it. Okay, sorry for a bit of a rambling assembly this week, but it was a very busy day for me yesterday, doing all the exam results entry. We'll be back to a more normal assembly than last week. In the time being, think about your choices, think about your values, think about keep trying hard. Okay. Speak to you all next week.